Hi guys, welcome back to the Shannon Show podcast. So today's podcast is going to be a review of Love Island 2019, episode 13. So obviously carrying on from last night, the beginning of the episode was basically the whole situation where the couples that remained in the house had to pick who they thought was the least compatible couple. We kind of don't know 100% who chose who. We kind of just get an idea from the edit. They did release the overall results. So the overall results were nobody voted for Curtis and Amy, not even Lucy and Joe. So, like I said, Amy's a top manipulator. So she's got the whole house on lock. So I'm not surprised that nobody voted for her or nobody voted for Curtis and Amy. Michael and Amber also didn't get any votes. They are personally, out of all the couples, they are my favourite couple. So I'm not surprised that they didn't get any votes. They are a very strong couple. So I'd be very surprised if anyone voted for them. Danny and Yewande received 2 votes, which I'm not surprised about-ish. No, I'm not kind of surprised because I feel like if we're being honest, Danny and Yewande would be in kind of the bottom of the least compatible couples. Curtis and Amy, they've been quite solid. Yes, Joe and Lucy have been a bit rocky, but they have been, a pretty solid-ish couple, Yes, they've had disputes, but lots of couples have disputes. So they would be a solid unit. Michael and Amber would be a solid unit. Danny and Yewande, they only just kind of got together. They're kind of still new. Tommy and Molly May, they're still new. Anton and Alma, they're still new. So I'm not surprised that somebody did pick Danny and Yewande. But then again, most of the couples, Michael and Amber, I'd expect them to have loyalty to Yewande. Amy and Curtis, I'd expect them to have loyalty to Yewande. So that is 2 of the couples. So yeah, only 2 of the couples would have loyalty towards Yewande. So that would leave, if we're going on loyalty, logically speaking, I think that it was either Tommy and Molly May, Joe and Lucy, or Anton and Alma. And to put that into perspective, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 couples voting. So yeah, so there was 2 votes for Tommy and Molly May, so I'm guessing that was from Joe and Lucy and Anton and Elma. 3 votes for Joe and Lucy. So that was obviously from Curtis and Amy. I think that was from Michael and Amber, and the 3rd one must have been from Tommy and Molly May. And then Anton and Alma received 5 votes. So that means, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means every single couple voted for Anton and Alma, which is not that much of a surprise. I tried my best to try and crack the code. It does get a bit confusing, but let me know who you thought voted for who. So continuing on with the episode. There's new boys. Maura and Anna go on the dates. Both of them seem to like at least one of the boys. Maura's into Tom. Yesterday, the snippets I saw, Tom did look quite average, but he is actually quite good looking, Tom. Jordan, I still think he looks a bit average. But yeah, Maura has her eye on Tom, and Anna kind of has her eye on Jordan. When they get to the house, the boys kind of asked the new boys, have they got their eyes on anyone other than their dates? They're kind of keeping it quiet, playing it safe. I think they're going to play a safe game. So I think Jordan would probably stick with pursuing Anna. I did hear a rumour that he did find Amber good looking, but her and Michael obviously doing quite well. They seem quite popular. I definitely think this year that the islanders that come in are aware of the goings on of the house, and perhaps maybe they are given a tip from the producers what the public are thinking right now. So I definitely think they are aware of what's going on in the house, the new islanders, or what has gone on in the house before entering it. Maura's into Tom, and she's kind of like set on Tom now. She's rethinking her strategy now. She said she's not going to be too sexual. I think she's twigged that not all men are into being overly sexual. So she's got her new approach now, and she's set on Tom. But Tom has his eye on Elma, who initially says that, kind of like brushes it off, kind of like, oh, I'm not into him kind of thing. He's not my type. But I feel like she was only saying that because Maura was there. Maura made it very clear that she was into Tom. And I'm guessing she would be intimidating to Elma. Like, Elma would not want to get into any drama with Maura, which is why she kind of played it off as, he's not even my type. Like, yeah, you're free to have him kind of thing. Or maybe she kind of thought that like Maura is more attractive than her and perhaps would have a better chance, so there's not even any point trying to pursue things and she should just stick with what she has with Anton. Tom does go up to her and, tells her. He also speaks to Anton first, tells her, what his intentions are. Again, I don't really like that. I feel like if you want to be with someone, just go up to them. Like this whole being polite and asking for permission, I'm not really here for it. But let me know what you think. Do you think that Tom had like the obligation to go up to Anton and say, look, in a respectful way, like say he's interested in Elma before pursuing him, or should have just done it anyway? Let me know where you stand on that situation. I just feel like it's just really stupid. Like, they're not in a couple or anything. Like, if they were in a couple, fair enough. Like, in, like, a exclusive relationship or something. They'd literally only been together for 2 days. Like, all of this, I'm just telling you to be nice thing. I feel like it's just... I just don't get it. Anton was being very extra in that conversation. All he needed to say was, like, yeah, fair. Okay. But he was going on like, oh yeah, she's a nice girl, she's a really nice, oh, you guys might really get on and you might crack on and she might decide she wants to be with you and that's totally fine. I'm just thinking, shut up. Like, shut up. Like, if she leaves you, then you're vulnerable. Like, it's like, are you volunteering to pack your bags up? Like, what are you doing? You don't have any options, Anton. Like, if he steals your girl, most likely you're probably not going to survive another week. Maura isn't happy that Tom is speaking to Elma now. I feel like Elma does like him. Again, I feel like maybe at first she didn't want to step on Maura's toes and perhaps she didn't think that perhaps she kind of thought that Tom would be more interested in Maura than her. So I definitely feel that Elma can definitely be swayed. Tom is way better looking than Anton and less annoying. So I definitely feel like Elma's head has been turned and that if Tom continues to actively pursue her, then she would be like interested to see where that goes. Maura kind of throws like a hissy fit, she's kind of like calling Elma out, saying, she's supposed to be her friend. Why is she kind of entertaining Tom? Like, I already told her that I liked him and all this rubbish, and she's being a massive hypocrite. And I feel like it's even more funny that she was kind of ranting to Molly when she's literally Mrs. Steal Your Man. Like, she came in, she knew that Molly liked this guy. She knew they had a good thing going and she was just like, may the best pussy win kind of thing. Like, she didn't give any fucks. And it's not like Elma even went out of her way to pursue Tom. Tom went to her. So it's like, it's not Elma's fault that Tom finds her attractive and wants to get to know her and doesn't find you attractive. That's not Elma's fault. And Elma doesn't have any obligation to you. She's known you 2 days. You're not paying her bills. You're not paying her rent. She has no obligation to you. So that was very strange. I feel like I could see Maura being possessive. Like, it's like she knows someone one day and she's like, okay, you're mine now. You're mine. And it's like, I don't even think she's looking for a man. Like, I feel like she's just looking for like some fun, like a summer fling. And yeah, I just feel like she just wants someone to be relieve her horny urges with, and the fact that that's what I feel like she's looking for, and I feel like to be like obsessive over that, it's just a bit weird. It's getting a bit strange, Maura. And Tommy and Molly have a moment and they have like a kiss outside of a challenge. And it's cute and it's sweet. I feel like Tommy kind of did kill it a bit when he was like, oh, my head would not be turned if anyone else comes into the villa. I just feel like, shut up. I don't think Molly and Tommy are endgame. I don't think they are. I feel like they'll have a good run, but I feel like his head could still be turned if another blonde girl walks into the villa, or if he makes it as far as like Casa Amor or something like that, I feel like his head would definitely get turned. At the end of the episode, there's like a vote between the two couples that were voted the least compatible, which were Joe and Lucy and Anton and Elma. And it's not as a kind of couple thing, it's an individual. So you vote which individual in the couple you want to save, which again is going to spice things up. So who I voted for, I voted to save Lucy. I voted to save Lucy instead of Joe because in the episode it seems like they made up, but again, too many red flags for me for Joe. He seemed very jealous, very insecure, and you know, I've spoken to people who like live in his area and say that there's like a rumor like going around in like East London where he's from, is that he's known for being like a very possessive and manipulative and controlling boyfriend. Like that's what his reputation is. So yeah, I just feel like it's just going to continue happening. So I'm happy for Joe to go and Lucy to spread her wings. Well, the end is going to be near. One of them is going to be leaving, and I think it's very obvious that it's going to be Joe. So literally, you can't even say that their days are numbered. Like Joe's leaving tomorrow. It's very obvious that Joe's leaving tomorrow. So, but with Elma and Anton, I'm not 100%. I feel like I'm 60-40. I voted to save Elma because if you've been watching my podcast from the beginning or my last few podcasts, you know that I don't like Anton and I want him to go. I want him to get in the bin and leave. So I did save Elma, but Anton is quite popular. He is a bit of a personality and he's quite popular. So it kind of depends. Because Anton, I don't think he's going to find love in the house. So it depends what the fans are saying. Do they want people in the house because they want to see romantic couples together? Do they want to see drama within couples? Obviously, if Elma stays, then there's going to be the whole drama between her, Maura and Tom. That's an impending drama if Elma stays. With Anton, it's just personality. I don't think he's going to find anyone in the house. I don't think anyone that comes in would want to actually be with Anton after seeing his behaviour, after just seeing him. Like, he's just very desperate. I just feel like he wouldn't be compatible with anyone. I feel like the season is so dry that everyone is just accepting the little entertainment that Anton brings as a reason that he should stay. So let me know who you voted for. And if you didn't vote, who do you want to go? So on Twitter, it's kind of looking like people are voting to save Anton and Lucy. So I feel like it will be Joe and Elma going tomorrow. I do want Anton to go, but I'm not going to be surprised if he stays. But I'm pretty sure Lucy is safe. And on Twitter, like pretty much everyone is calling out Maura for being a hypocrite. Despite the drama of this episode, I felt like it was still pretty dry. It's really dry this season. Like, you know, Maura's kind of getting a bit boring now. I need something else. The drama that has been constructed is just very dry drama. I'm starting to get quite bored. Very bored. I'm very disappointed in this season. I'm not sure if it will really get better, and I feel like it's going to be such a drag. Like, it's week 2, we've got like about 4 weeks left of this, and it's like such a drag right now. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think that this season is just getting really boring and that they're struggling to find the ways to make it more entertaining? And what do you think that they have to do to make things a bit more entertaining? I feel like they need to make something where Amy and Curtis are up for the chop so we can vote them off. I feel like that would cause a very big drama if just solely Amy is chucked out. I feel like that would cause a very big stir in the house, and I'd be interested to see what Curtis does. I'd be interested to see if Amy was to go, would Curtis leave with her? I'd be interested to see that. I feel like that is the next big drama that needs to happen in the show. Amy needs to go. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Also, if you haven't yet, follow me on Twitter. My handle is @shannonfabuloso. I usually live tweet in the episode. I usually tweet about it, so feel free to follow me or at me on Twitter during the episode with your opinions. But yeah, until next time, guys. Bye.